When you see them do all these interviews and they're making these appearances, it seems sudden to you, but it's not sudden. They're doing a silent campaign right now. Obama showing up on podcasts, Clinton's showing up on The View and all of these daytime shows. You have Skamala doing her book tour. This is all meticulous. I, I want you to know it's not random. But back to Obama, because he doesn't get enough heat, his administration don't get enough heat as they should. Before
She is right. Before we continue with the video, Jon Stewart get Benin to admit that Trump implemented more of his policies than Democrat ever did. That was the truth.
You could almost make a case that the true inheritor of the Sanders revolution is Trump. He's the most socialist president of my lifetime. Taking a percentage of companies to do business, that's a Bernie Sanders idea. Yeah. Doing a Trump RX where the government is involved in selling pharmaceuticals, that's a Bernie Sanders
But it's
idea.
not only some of his policies, some of his other policies. Let's not forget is throwing 15 million people off the health care have and doubling health care premiums.
He's not perfect.
And giving
I didn't say he was perfect.
And giving $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1%.
Is it frustrating that the thing that you fought for your whole career, Democrats are the ones who run away from scared?
Benin struggled to twist it. Jon Stewart made it clear Trump is not perfect. That was good. Now, taking a look at what this lady said on this video about Obama.
But back to Obama, because he doesn't get enough heat, his administration don't get enough heat as they should. Before it was called the Affordable Care Act, it was really called Obamacare. There was a big debacle about it calling it Obamacare versus Affordable Care Act. To be fair, every presidency, they have a big shiny sort of like token, right, for their presidency. If you look at every president, they have something shiny, almost like a signature pin that they have to leave back, and they're supposed to be their legacy. With Obama, it's the Affordable Care Act, but it was previously known as Obamacare. I know majority of the people, the older people, and majority of the Caribbean people, they know it as Obamacare. But besides Obamacare literally destroying the healthcare system bit by bit, a lot of the things that people don't understand when it comes to Obama and his administration is Obama is a smooth talker. He has cadence. He knows how to speak well. He comes off very approachable. He comes off as a father figure. We were hoodwinked with this guy, guys. Unfortunately, what a lot of people didn't understand back then that I think a lot of people are starting to understand now is we have a culture in America. There's a culture, not all of Americans, but there's a culture that really responds well to connection, really responds well to empathy, really responds well to tone and delivery, really responds well to everything gushy, feelings and emotions. They drive that. And unfortunately, that is what, if you're a type of candidate and you are able to tap into that, you could be selling them doo-doo and they will take it. So some of the biggest things that are affecting the Americans right now that they probably don't know really started under the Obama administration. One of them being, it was something called the Smith-Munt Act. And what that was, he made provisions to it where he basically gave free range for the FBI and the CIA to push propaganda lies again, because prior to that, they had to stop it. He promised the troops to come home. Now, this is a big sour thing in the military because he campaigned on it, he promised it, he slick talked it, and at the same time...
Yes, I don't know if you've realized this. A lot of people are going down doing research to actually understand what has been happening for a very long time. Yesterday, I posted a video about Michelle Obama, and one lady on that clip actually did a lot of research about Obama, and what she came out with is just similar to what this lady is saying here. Democrats in general sometimes are insane. Before we proceed with this latest video, there is something they are melting down right now. This is Hillary Clinton. It is not his house. It is your house, and he is destroying it. White House begin demolishing his wing facade to build Trump ballroom. I don't know. Trump is making this place to be beautiful, but Democrats are taking it to another level. I've seen the kind of message they are putting out. This is Elizabeth Warren. You are trying to say the cost of living is skyrocketing. Donald Trump can't hear you over the sound of bulldozer demolishing a wing of the White House to build a new grand ballroom. What is the problem with this? Why are Democrats like this? He's not using your taxpayer dollars to do this work. Why the meltdown?
Because Donald Trump has a history of racism himself.
No, that's not true.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry,
Donald Trump started his career with racism. In the 1970s, he was sued for housing discrimination. In 1989, he was a part of he was led the lynch mob against the Central Park Five. In the 1990s, he was sued by casino workers for racial discrimination. He led a 5.5-year campaign against Barack Obama for allegedly not having an accurate birth certificate. Donald Trump came in office talking about he has
the
Donald Trump has a long history. You didn't deny anything of the things I just said. Donald Trump just this year said that he's allowing white South Africans to come to the United States, but not black South Africans.
Why did the majority of Latino men vote for him? Why did 25% of black men vote for him?
It was not 25%. And still, black people are the most loyal group against Donald Trump, in fact, because we clearly could see through the charade that he was putting up. Donald Trump has a 50-year history of racism.
Why did the majority of Hispanic men vote for him if he's
I'm not a Hispanic person. I can tell you as a black man.
When I see people still having these kind of conversations in 2025, it really bothers me a lot. Looking at what this man actually struggled to outline on CNN, Donald Trump is this, Donald Trump is this. That should tell you a lot about him, his mindset. He still believes in things, relating to race. Like I said, if I see any person that is like this, I will never go closer to that kind of person. Yeah. Every single time this man speaks, things will always relate to race. That has been an issue with him. It's not the first time I'm reacting to a video like this. Talking about Trump, Obama, a lot of people questioned Obama at that time. Like, this. That was not a bad thing. If you don't know something, you should question it, right? But because of their race card, they always like to play every single time. They will come up with this. Crazy, right? At some point, I don't want to always react to videos that are linking to race. I decided to do this on this video as a result of this lady talking about Obama. Yeah, I had to link that up so you can see what is happening. In my observation, Trump is not like that. Yeah, I have seen him work with black people. Look at the majority of the people who show up during his campaign and voted for him during these elections. We saw that, right? But this man can't accept that. I don't want to look into Trump past or what Trump did in 1960. I don't care about that. Look at Trump today. Is Trump the person you used to see in the past? That is how it's supposed to be.
She's still bitter about it, still to this day.
I wasn't a great test taker.
The Obama administration was the biggest grift and the biggest heist ever that I ever lived through.
Joy Reid went to Harvard. I mean, that's all you really need to know. So Michelle Obama has already admitted before that she got into Princeton via affirmative action. That's how Charlie knew it.
I was a great grade getter, but I wasn't good on SAT. So I had good grades, not great scores. So all the scores said, you don't belong at Princeton. And there were people who saw me, saw the color of my skin and said, you're aiming too high.
Almost exactly what Charlie said, that she did not have the scores. Another way of saying it would be brain power. It is an aptitude test to get into Princeton.
Thank you. God bless you abundantly. Please always share the videos. As of the short clips you see at the end of this, That is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Should have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us.
History.
Point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic. He even gets an
If the Democrats
Thing, because how many times somebody asks?
for
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American
give interviews, I don't do that.
J.D. Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama.
Is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
Want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one. Look, there are certain rules of free speech. A right to have a television show.
All the same people that are in these polite...
Dave Chappelle.
Without of interest.